Welcome to Game Devs Play Games, where we play games about game design. We're back with more Final Fantasy 15, and not just as Monsters 5.
We should just try to forget about it.
So, last we left off, we were en route to Chocobos.
Yep, that's what's happening.
Instead of the main quest, because let's be real, this is a side quest worth doing. Not that the others aren't, but like especially this one.
Well, I mean, this saves you time and is cool and offers one of the most exciting and best things about Final Fantasy, and that's the goddamn Chocobos.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're so good. They're so, like, they're everything I wanted them to be. I'm so,
And you also can't do that with Chocobos.
You cannot.
You can't. Fortunately. Ashton Kutcher.
How are you in this car?
How do you have somebody? Well, I get. Oh. It will perform poorly. Oh, yeah, now we have the check engine sign. Well, sort of check engine. More like the shit's wrong. Oh, no. Wow, it took a lot of car crashes to get to this point.
It really did. I
Good
can't go fast enough anymore to... Alright, well, once we get our Chocobos, we're gonna have to fast travel.
Honestly, I'm happy that we finally hit this point.
I deserve this. I deserve this.
You deserve this.
Alright, guys, get out and push the car.
We, the viewers, do not, though. At least we were really close to our destination. Have you ever run out of gas?
No.
It's kind of hard to. Jen was actually asking me the other day what I thought about the gas in this game, and like, if it even had a point.
That's a good question. Not really. I mean, unless there's like really like long distance driving that there's no gas stations along the way to like try to make it more like real life. But then you're just gonna be traveling for like an hour on a road in game going, wow, this is really great. I'm glad this is happening, guys.
Well, I mean, from a balancing standpoint, you could say that that's a thing so that players don't just like keep autopilot circling around all the time and just racking up AP. Because you can do that, right? But I think that it's more than that. I think it's so that players don't stay away from civilization for too long.
I totally just skipped that dialogue, by the way. But what he said was that can't get a Chocobo because Deadeye's he's a jerk and he's
hunting.
He's hunting them Chocobos, so we got hunt him. Oh, we got the camera strap.
Oh,
you never got that?
Oh, yeah, I got that. It's a weird place to find it, but you know.
On the ground, where everything else is.
At a Chocobo farm, no less. But you know, it's appropriate because Prompto loves Chocobos.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Final Fantasy X music. Look at that, guys.
Hey!
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh man, when we fix that, I'm totally gonna put this like right on the front. Done. That was so much money.
It was a lot of money.
That was worth it.
I hope
it's going to be worth
it. I hope so.
It's going to be like this big. I'm not going to be able to see it. Alright, creepy guy with your creepy friends sitting right outside. Why are you all dressed in black and why are you all holding guns?
Because, I don't know, they're intimidating. But yeah, the fuel, I think it's also like kind of an emergent thing. As weird as that might be, especially with us talking about like how the dynamic animations don't exactly accommodate immersion.
Yeah.
I think it's a game mechanic to make it feel like your traveling has a weight to it, even if it's pretty inconsequential, right? Because even towing your car doesn't cost that much money in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of a real world thing that kind of like brings it in for people. Like we go, oh, our cars in real life have to be fueled. The cars in this game also have to be fueled. It kind of has this natural, I don't know, feeling to it, you know?
I mean, at the end of the day, if we had been able to drive everywhere and there was gas stations, but you didn't have to fuel it up, like, I think you could just be like, oh, they do it off screen, right? They just kind of do it on the side.
That's true. I think that's why they make it like a no-cost kind of thing. Like
yeah.
It only costs 10 gil. Because it's like, they didn't want it to be a challenge. They just wanted it to be present in the player's mind.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't really get to experience shields before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, okay.
We learned a thing about the bioblaster.
The whole machinery. I didn't really. Okay, so in the tutorial, it is explained that if you hit you cannot warp strike when you have a weapon on, a machinery weapon. It does not tell you that hitting the triangle button allows you to use the special ability of it. Now I swear, I have held one of these and pressed every single button trying to figure out how to use a special button or special attack for it. And the only conclusion I can come to is I did it when I was in stasis mode because using said special attacks requires MP. So my guess is that is why I never knew that there was other things you could do with them.
Basically, you failed.
I failed. I failed you. But we have new stuff now, so yay!
Yay!
All right.
Yeah, let's go fight Deadeye and shield him.
Yeah. I think I tried that. It does not work.
Oh yeah, we also I finally convinced this guy to spend some of our points in Ascension.
Again, you remind me every like 2 or 3 episodes.
Because we had 98 points.
I don't care. All right, we're actually going to give you the auto crossbow so I can see what the circular saw does. When he uses it, for the record, Prompto, it is hilarious when he uses a special attack for the circular saw.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. I
imagine Noctis will just look cool. Because that's how he does everything. He's like, yeah, I'm cool.
Well, that's his shtick, right? Noctis is the cool guy.
Yeah.
So what'll it be today?
Mysterious and cool.
Grab some grub before you go?
Tell me where everything's at.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a side quest dude, but like, I don't know.
He cares. Cares about them bows.
Yeah, basically.
This bothers me though. Like, all of his food is named after chocobo stuff. Now I realize it's probably not made of chocobo, but you probably shouldn't name all of your food after chocobos.
Are the other ones? Do they have chocobo in the list?
You can unlock a new type of sandwich that he does. It's like a chocobo double decker or whatever.
Well, hold on though. How do we know that doesn't have chocobo in it? Ignis could make this.
So yeah, I mean he won't make the exact same thing. He'll make something similar, but it doesn't use chocobo meat. So that is the theory why I think it wouldn't be chocobos. But I think in this world, eating a chocobo would be like eating a horse. And for the most part, people don't do that.
Yeah, it's generally frowned upon. It's not. It still happens, but it's generally frowned upon.
Interesting choice.
I always loved the name of this. A Behemoth Undertaking.
Oh yeah, they're very witty with their a lot of their hunting titles are like based off of song names actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Just well on my way.
The unfortunate thing about this side quest or this hunting quest is that a chocobo would be perfect to get there. I guess it's not that far away.
I think maybe that's the point of it, right? It's like, man, this takes so long. Wouldn't it be great if you were on a chocobo?
So this is sort of a callback to the Platinum demo.
Yeah,
That's the one that it...
No, Duscae.
Duscae, that's right.
Something's amiss.
Yeah, that's right, because the Platinum demo was like Dreamland.
Yeah. However, we're going to talk about some of the differences here.
Oh, absolutely.
Still has the broken trees, but before you had to find the locations of the proof that Deadeye was around. Like, this is where he hunted last, and this is the blood trail he left, and
there was a lot more tracking involved.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, like, what turned out to not be necessary, but it was very cool.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the quest trigger point was finding those tracks in the wild. I don't think in Duscae you actually talked to the chocobo dude. Well, maybe you still did, but I don't think you needed to, did you?
You know, it was really strange. It was like, he was like, there's Deadeye, and you're like, all right, I've got to beat this thing. And then because it was the demo, the solution to beating it didn't actually, like... It was like you beat him by using a summon on him, but you didn't know that you were supposed to get that. It was very demo-y. Oh,
yeah, it was really just showing off all the features of the game, which, to be fair, the Deadeye Hunt was a great challenge to show off the game's features, so...
I've been waiting to use this.
Venomcast? Yeah. Poison for days.
Sorry, everybody.
Sorry?
No,
Are you talking to your
talking
team?
to my team.
Poison for... You get poisoned, and you get poisoned. Everybody gets poisoned.
Everybody gets a free poison. Aww. Ignis,
Yeah.
Gladio. Guys.
Meanwhile, Noctis is just like, I don't understand. What's the problem, guys? What?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
you've never actually seen them, like, use an item?
No. I don't use items very often. I usually just use items on Noctis.
Whoa, those guys are freaking out.
Whoa.
Because they're supposed to be wind blowing, but they're dead bodies on the ground, so...
Dat ragdoll dough.
Okay, good.
Is that like one of their limbs stretched up onto the rock? Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. Final Fantasy's a next gen game.
Oh, so good.
That's one of my favorite things to do is whenever I might have said this on the show already, but whenever I play Final Fantasy 15 on my own
the
time.
weirdest bugs.
Yeah, whenever I find weird bugs with like the AI, that's the absolute first thing that I'll share on my social media. And it's just like, Final Fantasy is a next gen game with advanced AI technology, and it's just like Prompto standing on top of Ignis's head. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
It's supposed to go that way. Let's go back this way. So the fun thing to mention about these items, if you look up the actual description of them. Oh, I guess I never actually went to that. Okay, so if you look up the description of them, it's like all of them are like an energy drink that takes on healing properties by way of Noctis's powers. All of them say that. So it's like...
So they require Noctis's powers to actually be potions?
Yeah, otherwise, apparently, it's just a energy drink. Is that weird?
That's super weird. It almost so much as to like, why are they... How do they differentiate? Like, why is this one a high potion and why is this one an antidote?
It's because one of them was a legendary energy drink. Chris.
Like, it was really hard to find. Like,
yeah.
it's not stocked.
It's like, this is not just regular Monster.
This is the Java one. Like, whoa.
This is one you have to go to like the one gas station to find. It's weird. I looked at that and I was like, why did you bother with that? Why couldn't you just say that people have healing potions in the world?
Like every other Final Fantasy.
Like every other Final Fantasy, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I mean, I guess it's supposed to like reinforce that Noctis and the King's powers are critical to this world.
You know what else does that? Wait.
Your giant swords. Can you not change it? What are you trying to do?
I guess I was trying to teleport and be all cool about it. It's like, you know what else is really
You're not the only one that can
important?
teleport. Well, I guess that's still
they
the
have
King's
to be
powers.
around the king in order to teleport.
I see.
So this was all the same in Deadeye's or in episode Duscae, and this is like one of the coolest parts about it.
Oh, I love this. Good bodyguard.
Right? See? Important. I think that, like, just little things like this. All it takes is little things.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're not going to let the king go first. Yeah, he may be more powerful than all three of us combined, but we've got to protect him.
But if anyone's gonna die, it should be one of us.
Yeah. Especially Prompto.
Wait, hold on. Turn around. Where's Prompto in this lineup? Oh, I
can't.
want you. Damn.
Hold up.
I'm just calling it. Prompto's probably in the back. Did I? Name says it all. Yeah.
I like how he's like,
Like jabbing himself.
like actually like takes his eye out and is like, do you get it?
And this is why you and I don't make games like Final Fantasy, because we would actually have him poke himself in the eye and be like, oh, fuck. God damn.
Why did I do that?
I was a little too aggressive. I was trying to be quiet.
Alright, where are you, Prompto?
They don't want you to see. He's not actually there because the game just stopped rendering him.
No, it's actually that does happen soon. Actually, all three of them just kind of disappear.
I mean, it makes sense. Like if we're getting,
I love this. I love this.
I smell something.
For anybody that has had a cat or a dog, just like him sticking his little snout in there
Oh yeah.
is the best thing. Except for just
like,
imagine that smells like the worst thing you've ever smelled in your life.
his breath.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it probably smells like rotting flesh. I started reading the original Jurassic Park book, and that's like one of the first things they start describing is that a bite from one of the tiny little like 1 foot tall dinosaurs smells like rancid meat. It's like they didn't have the means of cleaning their mouths. They were primitive creatures.
Actually, a lot of reptiles, they kind of rely on that, specifically Komodo dragons. So, like, recently I found out that Komodo dragons, their bite is officially, by scientific terms, considered venomous. It wasn't before, but what it is that there's so much bacteria in their mouth that the bite will kill you. And what they do is they'll bite you, and then
they'll smell you.
They'll smell you from miles away, and they'll just slowly track you down because they're fine. They'll find you eventually.
It's terrifying.
And
awesome.
I know, like, large-ass monitor lizards in general, that's kind of their style. And officially, they've declared it a venom because it
effectively works.
It effectively works the same way, just not in the typical fashion. And so, yeah, there you have it.
Predatory creatures.
Love it. I love reptiles. Nope, didn't want it. All right. That's...
You're too close. Oh, there you go.
There we go. I got to wait for the camera to shift, right? Prompto, what were you doing?
I wonder if there are going to be...
Camera.
Oh, right. You're this not funny.
Anyway, what?
I wonder if there are going to be other behemoths in this game, because, like, I mean, it doesn't seem like Deadeye should be the only one.
Well, they say it casually, like, oh, he's a behemoth that's been running amok. They didn't say the behemoth. They said a behemoth.
I mean,
so
that's
you would
fair.
think there are.
But I remember a lot of our conversations in the Duscae playthrough. We talked a lot about how it was really interesting that they used this behemoth to kind of both, like, show us how powerless we are and yet how powerful we are as a team.
Yes. And that was really important, and that's one reason I think that no plan of attack. Yeah, we don't have a plan of attack anyway. We're gonna get to that because this part coming up really upsets me. Actually, I really I thought that the original Duscae
Did it right.
did it right. They
Yeah. Don't spoil anything yet.
well,
I still really love this part though, the like sneaking through the mist.
Okay, yes I am. So yeah,
'Cause this is
basically,
super stressful.
Now they're no longer rendered, which is fine if you've ever played a game where there are people following and you're trying to be stealthy.
It is one of the most stressful things because then you start to wonder, will the AI register them if they like accidentally wander too far away from the rock?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was smart that they just kind of took them away because it was only going to distract from this scenario.
I like that you can follow the tail. It looks like a shadow.
Oh, it's awesome. I wonder if you can just...
Oh, you won't let me go that way?
Oh, is that where he goes?
No, maybe actually.
I was wondering this because you're basically following him around until he goes into his den. So I was like, what if you just go to his den?
It's just like cut him off.
I know where to go. It'd be really funny. Although I think the game would argue that then Deadeye will just find you because you're in his den when he goes home.
He's just like, oh, hi. Well, this is awkward.
Well, I didn't think I ordered takeout.
But since you're here, stay a while.
It's also very smart that they use the combat sensor to show you whether or not you're succeeding in your stealth.
They integrated like one of the major mechanics of the game into stealth,
Which is one of my-
this is not the only stealth mission, for the record.
Yes, I mean, I assumed not because why would you only make one?
Yeah,
It's such a genius idea for a game like this.
but it's kind of the argument we had before. There are a number of like legendary. Why are you sensing me? Whoa. Okay. Anyway, there are a number of legendary creatures in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's this. I've seen a griffin. I've seen like I think a naga or something. There are some just like some really badass creatures in the world that you'll just like run across. The Catoblepus, or however they pronounce it in this. The giant ass creature in the lake. That is another one. So there's a series of like there's a series of legendary like huge ass creatures in this game, and I thought that they were gonna do it to where like special missions to hunt each one of them. because they should be too large for you to take on by yourself, or at least in a straight up fight. But this is the only thing I've seen.
Did he get stuck on that rock?
He might have.
That's a little disappointing. I mean, I guess you and I haven't gotten far enough in the game to really know if this is the only case where we have an interest, like a, I guess, more detailed hunt mission.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess the argument comes down to it's a lot of work to do that for all of the legendary monsters. So, and at a certain point, the team is so powerful that they don't need to sneak around anymore.
Maybe. I mean, you generally fight them when you're at the appropriate level to fight them. They'll tell you what level you should be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I understand that it's additional content and you don't need to do this every time. But it's like, at some point you fight a griffin and
it just feels not as grandiose as it should.
You just like find him and then you just fight him. Like, I wish it was like, oh man, fight a griffin, but he's in the trees. You gotta climb up, you gotta jump off a mountain onto his back or something like that.
That would have been amazing,
right?
You have Noct just like teleporting between trees, like Attack on Titan style.
Absolutely.
Like find the griffin, hit him once, knock him to the ground, and then the team can fight him.
Take a little bit more after Shadow of the Colossus, where you have to,
hey, there's the team.
Hey,
whoa,
guys.
it's a lot.
Wow,
of
that like actually kind of spooked me a bit.
Like, how'd you guys get here?
Oh, it's nighttime. Hey, thanks for the fire. What are you trying to tell me, game?
It was at this time that Noct started to wonder if other people could teleport.
Any day now? Okay. Elemancy.
But yeah, I mean, I guess part of it too is like, well, they already had a lot of this content from the Duscae demo, so it's like, well, why not use it if they're going to have Deadeye in the game? And I totally agree. Like, don't waste that. It was so excellently done in Duscae that it would be a shame if we just like found Deadeye and then killed him. It's like that would suck.
Yes. No. Anything that gives me trying to look for something that gives me like combo hits.
Ooh, EXP boost. There you go.
Where? What?
You just like passed it. Yeah, there you go.
That one? I don't know what these do. Oh well.
I mean, I feel like if you're gonna get an EXP boost, the best time is like during a like big enemy
fight
battle
like this.
Yeah.
I don't know what debase coins do, so I'm just gonna do one. See if that actually like
that's
feels
fair.
Like it's worth it.
Yeah, they don't really let you know if these treasures are actually for anything. They might just be for crafting spells, which, honestly, I'd be totally okay with that. But sometimes it feels wrong. Like, I don't think I should use this.
All right. We'll go ahead and equip this straight to probably this. Check it out. Yeah, I don't think the shield is good against him. Pretty sure the game is just like, it's a
like,
shield,
why
bro.
Why are you doing
this? Follow Deadeye. Take down Deadeye. All right.
So it was at this point in the Duscae demo that the team goes, okay, let's form our plan of attack.
Yeah, Ignis stops you and goes, plan, let's do this.
Like, you're going to do this, Noct, you're going to go grab his attention and then teleport back because you're the only one that can teleport. It made a lot of sense, and it was excellently designed.
It was like, we got to do this in a proper way. That way we can catch him by surprise, etc., and it's going to be awesome because if we just attack him head on, we'll all die, is what he said. And that scene hasn't happened, if you noticed.
We also see a lot of these like random red barrels, which presumably
can't like look at them, can't check them. Ignis doesn't say anything.
Like,
that's the thing that bothers me the most. He just doesn't say anything about them, and that they're just all there, just randomly.
Yeah, like these are strangely like equidistant from one another.
All right, we're sneaking up. It's really dark, so you can't see that he just found us.
Yeah, I guess it is the middle of the night at this point. So yeah, now Deadeye finds you, and it says, detonate the oil drums with fire to damage Deadeye, which you'd think even one of the characters could have said that.
Bar, this is the only part, like, this doesn't happen very often, that they put the text up there, and it feels thrown on. It just feels like they were like, oh, what do we do about the Deadeye mission? Yeah, it's too long. Let's just throw the barrels on there and just tell them how to do it. And that's it. That's all they tell you about it. Just kind of...
Yeah, now we just fight him. It's, I still like the Deadeye mission a lot. It's just like, it's really disappointing that this is how the battle goes down.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the argument that I had before. You already had the content. We've already had the scene.
And I think that's the thing I'm the most curious about, too, is like, why would you take that out?
Yeah. Was
it a compatibility thing because you built that demo on like an earlier version of the platform? It just didn't convert. You didn't want to remake it. Totally possible. It's just fighting Deadeye like this feels like it invalidates our entire journey up into his den.
Yeah.
Like, why did we sneak and follow him? Why were we trying to hide from him? Why did we do anything
go about it?
if we were just going to fight him dead on?
Also,
why are there explosive barrels everywhere? Like,
could we have at least maybe set up the barrels beforehand so it seemed like we had planned this? But no, this is just like look how convenient that these barrels are here. Ha 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 ha.
And the reason why
we're way over on time.
That's okay. I'd rather finish killing Deadeye before we end the episode because it'd be weird to cut this up. But yeah, I think the reason, we'd probably still be a little critical about it, even if we hadn't played the Duscae demo. But I think having the Duscae demo to compare this to is why it feels even more disappointing, because we saw how good it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the argument is it's shorter because the expectation is that most players played the Duscae demo, so they didn't want it to be as long and have to go through the same thing when they already knew how it unravels,
Yeah, it's possible.
And the argument could also be like you're fighting him in his den because there's more space and I don't know, it's just a better place to battle him.
Ignis, get up. Ignis, just... I like how Ignis like, oh, that really sucked. Oh.
Do you use potions when you do that? When you like pat him on the back and go like, get up?
No, it's a special power of friendship.
But really though, does it use items?
No.
Really? Oh.
I'm serious.
I never really figured
Why did you just
out.
flat? I think I missed him, and then I hit everybody else.
There you go. You'll hit him this time, probably. I mean, really, you don't need to blow these up, although it helps because you're
It does a
level 15.
lot of damage. Okay, I guess I wasn't hitting square.
Wow, it does do a lot of damage. Damn, Deadeye is almost dead.
Told you. By power of my restorative abilities, I use a potion.
When I played this, I had a really hard time actually getting Deadeye with those barrels because this was before I had wait mode too.
It's not easy.
Because like he moves around the battlefield so much that's like I can't.
You gotta hit him with that first one, and then basically after that you just have to get lucky.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's really where it's at.
Bang. Ooh,
Look how much. Well, okay, so that's the other thing. Right before that.
Nice.
Right before that, there is there's a shop that I just went to that got us the Blade of Brunei or Brunair, and that is a large fire sword.
Oh.
Which is the two major things that he's weak against. So it's like they just gave you the thing to beat him, and that's fine. I respect that. Well, yeah, but it's like once again they were like, let's just speed up this fight as fast as possible.
Well, yeah. I agree, though I do think that it was really smart of them to put the Blade of Brenner, whatever,
blap,
there, because that means that you get to see immediately the benefit of buying that. And they don't tell you that he's weak against fire either. So if you
have to scan him with wait mode to find out.
Exactly. Yeah. So, unless you already knew this before you even accepted this mission, then, you really, it's benefiting players that keep their weapons up to date.
Yeah.
Which I think that's nice. It kind of validates that behavior, and I think that makes the game easier for players in general. So they want players to do that.
I would have normally absolutely not had an issue with it, except for it just felt like another way of speeding it up.
That's
on
fair.
Top of what they had already done.
No, and that makes a lot of sense. The other way of looking at it, too, is imagine you fight Deadeye, and he kills you, right? You fail. But you're using wait mode, so you know he's weak to fire. Mm-hmm. Suddenly now, you can go back to the shop and be like, oh, I should have bought this.
Foolish me.
So I think it's twofold, right? It rewards players that keep their weapons up to date, and then it's there in case players have a hard time with Deadeye. So I don't think it's the worst thing. I think it's a little hand-holdy.
Yeah, a little bit. Like if you had found the weapon in an area beforehand, or I don't know, maybe that would have been the same thing, really.
Yeah.
Either way, that's we are way over.
Yeah, we are way over. This is a 30-minute episode, maybe more, already a little bit more. Question of the day, what are your thoughts on the Deadeye battle, especially compared to the Duscae demo? Because I think there's a lot to say. We already obviously talked a lot. We kind of pooped on it a little bit, but honestly, I still found it fun, even if I was disappointed.
It's not that we poop on the fight itself, it's that it was amazing, and then they took away some of the things that really just made it that great.
It went from great to good.
Yeah.
And that's where it becomes a little disappointing because we saw it when it was great.
It was that fight that made me go, I have hope for this game. This game's going to be really good.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, anyway, guys. Well,
thank you for watching, everyone.
Till next time.
Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments, and we will see you in the next episode.